Welcome back, everyone. Do you wish you had more defined cheekbones, or do you want to change the shape of your nose? Well, you can with contouring makeup. Beauty expert Jill Coleman is here to show us how to reshape certain things on our face. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning. Welcome. I'm glad to come back. I have some beautiful models here today. One of my most asked questions is, how do I contour my face? And the picture that everybody shows me is this girl with, if you can see this,
major cheekbones.
Well, first of all, nobody has time to do this.
No.
Nobody, except for Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And she's not even a real person. She's got unbelievable cheeks, and both sets of cheeks are unbelievable.
Yeah.
So she has a makeup artist who takes care of that for her.
Right.
So unless you have somebody following you around every single moment, making your cheekbones look like that, it's not realistic for 99% of us.
And this is if you just want to not have plastic surgery, you know? Just do it yourself.
This is trimming down your face, accentuating your cheekbones, and it's just a really beautiful look. I have two models from my store, Callista and Paula. We have before and after pictures of them. They have some really beautiful soft contouring done to their cheeks. This took 5 minutes. It's beautiful. On Paula is the one on the right, I think, with the longer hair. That's Callista. We'll go to Callista. That's Callista's before. And now let's look at Callista afterwards. Besides her face makeup, oh, there she is. But look at how beautiful her cheekbones look.
Yeah.
It gives that beautiful sculpted look. She has a little bit of highlighter on her cheeks that accentuate. Remember, highlighter, people, only goes on areas you want to highlight, so you won't be putting that on any acne spots. But this literally took Callista 5 minutes to do on her face to give her these gorgeous. We defined her chin a little bit, and we're going to show you this later, how we did this.
Okay.
But look how gorgeous these look. 5 minutes.
Wow.
5 minutes.
All right,
not
let's show
45.
let's show the other picture.
And then this is Paula. Paula I also work with. She does our eyebrow expert at Ulta. This is her before picture. And thank you, girls, for sending me these. They sent them to me last night, these pictures.
We love it.
Really, yeah, they're great. And then now look at her cheekbones today, ladies, and her jawbone. Just beautiful. Gives that beautiful sculpted look to her cheeks. And it's just beautiful. I mean, I can't even say anything more.
Yeah,
it just looks great. And it took her, she actually used a product called Hula, which is, looks like this. It's just a little powder, just a little matte powder. So that's what she used.
So are we going to show how to do that?
We're going to show how to do it. I also have two other lovely ladies here. This is Kettle, right next to me is Kettle Wonder. She is part of the Blue Bell Burlesque Troupe, an all-female burlesque troupe. Now, Kettle wears a lot of makeup and pretty extensive lashes, but she also has a day job, so she does not have time to spend 2 hours on her face. So what we did is we kind of partially did her makeup today. We put some lashes on her, and I'm going to show you some methods to make Kettle's cheekbones pop out just a little bit more. And I have two different things here. I have a dry powder, which actually smells like cocoa. You got to smell that.
Oh,
and it is a matte. So really with contouring, it's a difference between a 2 shades darker than your natural color.
Okay.
And you're gonna put on your face. It can be a liquid, it can be a powder, and it can be a stick. A few shows back, we put this stick on there. This is super quick. This is remember that sculpting stick?
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna turn Kettle's face.
Let me see.
Just right here, so with the camera. I'm gonna move her hair back. Now, where do I make this? I'm gonna have Kettle make a fish face. Remember the fish face? And from the top of her ear to her mouth, we're going to draw this line again. Remember, we're drawing this line? And she's like, oh my God, what's she doing to me? That line is where you're going to put your contour. That's exactly where it's going to go. Now, we can put it on the sides of her nose if you want to thin your nose. We can also draw a few spots along her, and I'll do the other side, along her jawbone to give her definition. For people who have a little bit heavier jaw like I do and need to tone up this a little bit, it's a little trick.
You are perfect as you are.
That's right.
Yes.
But I'm going to take a brush, and we have a lot of brushes, and I'm just going to start blending this.
Because to me it looks like, whoa, that's not going to blend.
It's going to blend gorgeous. And we're also going to blend it.
Do you ever want to use your fingers?
You can use your fingers. I do on my
pinch?
face, actually. But, you know, I have really long nails, so Kendall doesn't want me to go in after her with these nails on.
Right.
And it's just going to blend quickly up into there. You also want to do up into her hairline.
Okay.
And now this stick you can get at Ulta. I also have some powders there. And you can see already that she's getting some definition. That's super light. I'm going to go 1 shade darker on her with this powder, which looks like this.
So will there ever be, and maybe we can have you tuck your hair behind your ears so we can actually see both sides. Will there ever be an issue where it's too dark there and doesn't match your neck?
Yes, and then you just take a big powder brush and blend it out.
Oh, okay.
Easy fix. You know, you don't ever worry about doing too much, especially when you're starting.
It looks so great.
Are you guys getting a good picture of how pretty this is looking on her?
I think so. Let's see.
And always remember to bring it down a little bit when you're doing the,
Okay.
and up here. But can you guys see the
And
difference
if
in
you
her
look
face?
straight on, kind of tilt your head a little bit more, then we can see it
Yeah,
better. There you
that
go.
looks great.
Oh, right. Yeah, and
Look
it's
how
very high up.
It's very high up. Remember, top of ear, down to here. And don't put it so far as your lip.
Okay.
And make that fish face. That's another trick to help with that. Where does it belong?
Oh,
Where
yeah,
does
yeah.
that bronzer and where does that matte bronzer? Don't use shiny. You don't want to have the shiny streak on your face,
No,
ladies.
no, no.
Use a matte. Again, liquid foundation or the contour stick or just a plain bronzer that is about 2 shades darker than your own skin and blend. But you can see the difference. I'll do the other
Yeah.
side too. I also have my daughter who owns Powder and Pandemonium. She's a makeup artist in town.
Alexandra, hi.
Yes, and she
Hi.
is working on Audra Mari, who has a plane ride at 2 o'clock. And she's going to do a more extensive, more with the cream and the powder blush on Audra. Now, these two ladies, one is Miss North Dakota, one is a burlesque star, and you think, of course, they always have makeup. Their makeup always looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So we did, Allie's doing much more of a liquid, what you see on some of the YouTube videos. And now, Audra, this is something that she would do for pageant, or you can do this for evening.
A little more dramatic.
A
you're
little bit
saying?
more
More
dramatic.
of Kim Kardashian, the heavy concealer,
heavy
very
concealer.
dark bronzer on the sides.
But you want it to kind of look natural still, right?
Yep, and when we blend this, it's gonna look natural. It's just gonna be a more dramatic contouring.
Okay, okay.
Because not everybody's going to walk around with
No.
super defined cheeks.
Right.
Most of us are going to walk around with the average, contouring.
Yeah.
Now, this is something everybody can do. Don't be afraid of contouring, ladies. This is
Okay.
something that really does only take 5 minutes. I brought some other brushes. There's, people go, what brush do I use?
Right.
Just make sure it's not a wide brush. You
Okay.
want to have an angled brush. Allie's using an angled brush. I'm using an angled brush. And again, the angle of the brush, again, from the top of the ear down to about here.
That's to blend it.
To blend it
Okay.
and get that smooth. Now, highlighting. Why do you use a highlighter? A contour is making your face slimmer. A highlighter, and some women will wear highlighter all the time, some will not all the time. But on her, I brought one that does have just a little bit of a sheen. We're gonna just dust.
Nice.
Not so heavy so that you look like something from Twilight.
Oh,
Okay, just light, just above the outside of her eyes here. Again, I like to put it right in the middle here, and I like to put a little stripe down the nose. You can also put a little bit here. That's just going to illuminate. That is a pretty day look. Now, for her, when she does her show, we're going to contour as severe as Allie is on Audra's face, so that when she is on stage, or if Audra is on the runway, they're going to have that severe sculpted look.
Okay.
But for those of us that have to go to work and have normal lives, we need to have something that's soft and beautiful, like Callista and Paula over there, and then Kettle here. That looks absolutely beautiful on her.
so Audra looks amazing. Audra, will you just jump on the plane like this, or will you?
Oh, I will.
Okay, okay. Because then when you get off, you're
Yeah,
ready.
ready, exactly.
Okay.
She's ready to
And
go.
you can see on Audra too, one tip for girls is not to go with your bronzer. Don't go to your lip. Go put your brush here at the end of your eye, and that's your line. That's your Kim Kardashian line. Right there, that's where you stop. And so when you see, there's the highlight, or here's the highlight and here's the bronzer.
Yeah.
And that really makes it, pop the cheekbone, because your cheekbone's not gonna look natural if it goes all the way to your lip.
Oh, right. You're right. Yeah. Okay. So with a minute left, is there anything
Yeah.
else we want to focus on?
Like I said, this is something that everybody can do. Don't worry about it. Go into a store. They'll help you match your color. That's 1 or 2 darker. If you have any questions, I'll be at the store today. But I'm going to have Kettle look again. Again,
Okay, there you
look
go,
at.
yeah.
This is something that's easy to do. Takes a lot off your
Yeah.
face. Really changes the shape of your face. Brightens and glows up your face. It looks wonderful.
It does, doesn't it? And again, make sure it matches. Do whatever you have to do to make it match the neck too, right?
Yep, and just brush down.
The neck is the tricky part.
Just
Okay.
brush down lightly. And if you mess up, take a powder brush and just soften it. You'll be
Oh,
okay.
great
It will be
tips.
good. Nothing scary about it.
Okay, Jill Coleman. All these products, I'm sure you can get at Ulta.
Ulta,
all these
online, everywhere.
beautiful ladies. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be right back.